AM 560.
Hey, welcome back to Talk of the Town, top services and values from around the country. I'm Mark Imperial. Joining me in this segment of the show is Derek Rawerda from RenewPro, a furniture repair and restoration expert located in Chatham, Ontario. Derek's here today to share some little-known secrets for saving big money by renewing your leather and fabric furniture like new rather than replacing them. Derek, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Hey, Derek, tell us a little bit about your business, RenewPro.
RenewPro is a mobile service that I've been doing it for over 20 years. The beauty with RenewPro is that I can come in and do a repair, and I match the color by eye, which is quite a bit of an art to do it. You can do the most perfect repair, but if you can't get the color right, it looks kind of crappy. So after all these years' experience, I've got down to quite a science on doing the repairs. I travel quite a distance too. I live in Chatham, but I go as far as Windsor and Sarnia, and even up to London if need be, because it's a mobile service, which is quite handy for a lot of people, because if you start taking your furniture out of your home, you risk the chance of more damage. And in cars, people just love the service because it's a very friendly, quick service that I do, that I offer to our customers.
I thought it was important to have you on the show, Derek, because I know you get a lot of your business from referrals, and I kind of saw your business as sort of a really hidden gem, almost like a secret. How come most people don't know about your type of business, that you even exist?
Yeah, I get that a lot. A lot of people say, "Hey, I didn't know you existed," but the thing is, I have been around for like I said, 20 years. But I don't really advertise a lot. Most of it's because I do a lot of car dealers, I do a lot of furniture stores. And the referrals I get from that is just amazing. But it's a business that it's a very niche business. There's not many people that do it, and if they do it, it takes a bit of an art to really grasp it and to do a good repair. Basically, I don't really do a lot of advertising at this point. I get a lot of business.
So people that have damaged furniture, what do they typically do if they don't know that your type of service exists?
What do they do? Some people try to get a product off the internet, and they try to do the repairs themselves, and 99.9% of the time I get called, this turned out really crappy. And it's true, because if you don't know the techniques, and there's like 4, 5, 6 different ways you can do a repair, and the best way, how I've learned over the years, is practice on the used cars. I had so much work on the used cars that you try different techniques and you just get better at it. But people call me because of pet scratches, kids that maybe mark up the furniture because of accidents or toys, car dealers they call because of the discolorations in the leather, and people with leather furniture are very concerned because they have spent a lot of money on their leather furniture, and they see it discolored or dirtied, they like it refreshed, and it lasts a lot longer too. So it's a good process. Yeah.
So you're doing more than just automotive. Who else? You're doing consumer stuff too. So who typically calls you for furniture repair?
Many homeowners call me. Then also many offices, such as dentists, chiropractors, physios, because they have repairs due to on their tables. I get a lot of calls from car enthusiasts also, boat owners that have boats. I do a lot of boats. Basically, that's covering it very lightly. The amount of people that I meet, I also get work from the rental agencies, the fleet vehicles, insurance claims. I do a lot of insurance claims. Maybe they had a flood, or they were moving, or they had an accident of some sort. That works out good. I get lots of calls from restaurants too, and bars and theaters. Some of the and even I've done a number of aircrafts. People that own airplanes. It's quite a different, kind of a different niche there too. It's kind of cool. So
yeah, I never thought about that. Fleet vehicles like limousines and that, right?
Oh yeah, do lots of those too.
Is there a significant savings to like repairing the leather and versus replacing the entire seat?
Oh, definitely. Say for a sofa, if you had to replace a panel on a sofa, there's so much labor involved. That's where the big problem is. When they manufacture, it's all assembly work, but when you have to take it apart, it's several hours, and then you have to get the leather, and trying to get the right color leather to match is a big step. But if the repair is repairable, and I usually can determine that right off the bat, and I can tell the level of how well the repair will turn out within a certain percentage, and I tell the customer that, and then I come in and I do the repair, I re-dye the area. A typical repair let's say, is about $100, but to replace that panel would be upwards of $500-600.
Has like the technology, in repairs, because I've always been really skeptical about repairs. Like I'm thinking back in the 70s and 80s what repairs kind of look like. How has that evolved, and is it really quality today? Will it look like new?
It does. The percentage of my success rate is very, very high. You will, after a repair, if you look really, really close, you will always see a small scar. But that's only because it's been repaired psychologically. But somebody else walking in would never know it's been repaired. That's how good it is.
So I don't know if you've ever gotten this question, Derek, but how long can we expect furniture to last anyway? I mean, I got a couch here. It's been holding up for about 6 years, and I always wondered, what is the lifespan of this couch? How long can we expect furniture to last?
Well, if you properly care for the especially if it's the leather set that you do have, if you clean it maybe once or every other week with just warm soap and water, a little bit of dish soap, and just wipe down the body oils. That helps a lot. And then put a protection cream on every 4 to 6 months. And that gives it a bit of a barrier and keeps your leather soft and supple. But the average today on new leather, because a lot of stuff is done offshore, it is not like it was 10 years ago. The tanneries, there's no more tanneries left in North America. So all the tanneries are offshore, like China, Peru, Brazil. That's where the leather comes from. So you want to give it as much life as you can, but I hear from the manufacturers 7 to 10 years today. If you buy a piece of leather today, it's 7 to 10 years.
Okay. What are some of the most common repairs that you see the most? I know you mentioned some of them. And what circumstances occur that cause folks to call you?
Pet scratches is a big one. Mm-hmm. Kids, accidents from kids. I also get nail polish. They drop nail polish on their leather. There's burns, discoloration marks. You get, especially on recliners, the body oils on the headrest, it discolors and starts to crack. I get a lot of that. Food and wine stains are a big one. Ink is also a big one. That's basically the top 6 that I see quite a bit of.
Oh, I got one to add to your list because this just happened to me recently. How about moving?
Oh yeah, that's a big one too.
Yeah, I could tell you right now.
Can I tell you a story?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I tell you the story of one customer? Yeah, their customer just bought a brand new leather sofa and love seat. They picked it up themselves and they had it on a utility trailer. What happened was they didn't really secure it down. They were driving. All of a sudden, the big gust of wind came and it actually blew it off, picked it up, and blew it off onto the road. Yeah, and they were. When you just buy something new, you get real, and it's very disheartening, right?
Yeah.
So I came, and it didn't damage the frame, but it damaged the leather. And I was able to come in there and fix it up to about 95% better. And they were ecstatic because they thought they had to get rid of the set already. And then I had another lady that called. She was a frantic mom. Her 3-year-old got a pen and drew Mommy, Daddy, the kids, the dog on the side of their light beige sofa. Yeah. So she was frantic also, but we were able to fix her up. No problems. So.
Really? Even drawing on the furniture?
Yeah. And then I just had a customer just bought a new sofa. They loved it, but the dog didn't love it and took a big hunk out of it at nighttime. So I had to come in and fix that up too for them. And people get distraught because they spend a lot of money and then they think it's all ruined. But I fix it up pretty good. They're pretty happy because I come to their house and fix it up as quick as I can for them.
Right on.
They feel better after I leave.
So one more time, some quick tips. You started mentioning a little bit earlier about what are the best methods you would recommend for folks to extend the life and maximize the life of their furniture, whether it be leather or fabric. Can you give us those tips again?
Yep. The best way for leather is I just recommend, and it's very inexpensive, just use warm water and a little bit of dish soap and then wipe down your leather furniture. That keeps the body oils down to a minimal on your leather. And then after it's dry, just put some good leather protection on top of your leather. It only takes a few minutes. I usually do it when I go to bed. That way it sits overnight and soaks into the leather, and that gives you a bit of a barrier on the leather. The fabric's about the same. It's a little bit different because fabric, but there's a protein spray that you can get for some of the fabrics, which you can get through me, which actually dissolves any bad stains that are protein stains like food stains, wine stains, pet stains, accidents that happen. That's probably the best. And if you spray with a fabric protection, that also helps a lot too because it gives it that barrier also.
On the dish soap that you mentioned, any tips on that? Certain types, colors, or because I just thought of that.
No colors. The one I find I like the best is the Dawn dish soap.
Mm-hmm.
The Dawn. You can buy kits too that have all the cleaners in that. But you know what? For the typical person, just dish soap and water works wonders.
Excellent.
For your leather.
Excellent. So I hear that you have some super easy ways for folks to get a quote from you if they've got some damage. Tell us about those easy ways they can get a hold of you.
Yeah, a lot of people. Sure, a lot of people just call me and I ask them to send me a picture. That way, I can see. They just take a picture of the smartphone. They text it to me. I have a look at it and I can tell pretty good whether I can repair it. Pretty much an average cost for the repair. It's pretty quick. It saves me from going to the customer's home. Sometimes the damage is too excessive that I cannot repair. So it's a quick response for the customer to say, hey, this is where I'm at. And they know right away, this is how much it's going to cost. We usually set the appointment and then get things going. But most people call me too. That's not an issue too. Some of the older people that struggle with sending pictures, I will go to their house and give them a quote.
Oh, that's
and it's usually
great.
free.
So is that, do you do that with the same number to text a photo or to give you a call? You want to give out that number?
Yeah, it's 519-350-1524 is my cell number.
One more time, Derek?
519-350-1524.
That's excellent. So anytime anyone, and folks can text you a photo of, for a quick quote there as well.
Exactly.
And you mentioned if anybody needed the leather protection or any of those kits, you can help them out with that as well.
Oh, sure can. Not a problem.
All right, excellent. You have any final words for our listening audience?
Just a little bit. Like I said, I've been doing this for a long time. When I give you an estimate, I try to be as fair as I possibly can. My years of experience, I can tell how the repair is going to turn out. I probably do about 1,500 cars a year, 500 house calls on leather furniture. I also do restuffing too. I forgot to mention that I do restuffing on furniture too when it gets collapsed on the foam. That's a big issue too right now because some of the foam that they're using today is a cheaper foam. So I can rebuild it up for you. It's a good process.
Excellent. Well, that's excellent, Derek. Hey, thank you for your time, and keep up the great work for the community.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mark. I appreciate the talk, and hopefully we can continue to keep moving forward.
Excellent. It was great having you, Derek. So, folks, make sure to call Derek Rawarda from RenewPro. And we'll be right back with more Talk of the Town after this commercial break.